Office of the Chief Minister's Secretariat, the JURE, Government of Manipur, Government in Exile, London, United Kingdom. Press release London, dated 14 August 2022. A statement of the Chief Minister of Manipur on the eve of 76th Independence Day of Manipur. Dear beloved people of Manipur, today, the 14th of August 2022, is the 76th Independence Day of Manipur. Manipur independence was regained from the British on the 14th of August 1947 at 8 am, while Crown Paramountcy was in operation in India and over Manipur until the end of the 14th of August 1947. Manipur gained her independence as a special arrangement made by the British sovereign under His Majesty's Government Policy of Cabinet Mission Memorandum. Manipur, as a princely state and Indian state, was not a British colony which exercised internal sovereignty, but external sovereignty was under His Majesty's suzerainty until being excluded from India, Empire of India. Manipur state, an Indian state, was excluded with demarcated state area from India on the 27th of December 1946 by the Order in Council of His Majesty under His Majesty's Government Policy and Section 91 and 311 of the Government of India Act 1935. Since then, Manipur became a separate country, and the state has remained an excluded state, not become a part of India, Empire of India. As an excluded state, with the lapses of His Majesty's suzerainty, Manipur state immediately exercises internal and external sovereignty since being excluded from India. Without further delay, the codified Manipur State Constitution Act 1947 from the Crown Paramountcy was enacted by His Highness the Maharaja of Manipur as a sovereign authority on the 1st of January 1947. The codified Manipur State Constitution Act 1947 is a de jure constitution of the state for the governance of Manipur state derived from the Crown Paramountcy and sovereign. Further, the codified Manipur State Administration Rules 1947 from the Crown Paramountcy was promulgated by His Highness the Maharaja of Manipur for the administration of Manipur state on the 1st of July 1947. After enacting the Manipur State Constitution Act 1947 and promulgating the Manipur State Administration Rules 1947, immediately was made an agreement with the Governor of Assam as agent to the Crown Representative and Manipur State Darbar on the 1st of July 1947. Further, an agreement also was made between His Highness the Maharaja of Manipur and Governor of Assam as His Majesty's representative on the 2nd of July 1947. These two political agreements were made between the two sovereigns of British and Manipur. It is a legal document. The authorities codified these two agreements from the Crown Paramountcy while His Majesty's representative, His Majesty the King, Emperor of India, and the Crown representative, the Crown, ruled India under the Government of India Act 1935 until the 14th of August 1947, and it remains perpetual and irrevocable under Article 1 of the 2nd of July 1947 Agreement. His Excellency the Governor of Assam was His Majesty's representative and agent to the Crown representative under the Government of India Act 1935 until the 14th of August 1947. His Majesty the King, Emperor of India and the Crown were the supreme authorities in India and Manipur while the agreements were made on 1 and the 2nd of July 1947. The Manipur State Constitution Act 1947 and Manipur State Administration Rules 1947 were introduced and enforced in the princely state of Manipur by the two agreements. After concluding and achieving the two agreements, according to the agreement of the 1st of July 1947, an interim council was formed in Manipur under the Manipur State Administration Rules 1947. F.F. Pearson, a British administrator and former president of the Manipur Darbar, was the chief minister of the interim council on the 15th of July 1947. He administered the state under the Manipur State Administration Rules 1947 for about 30 days until he hands over and transfer the power to the native chief minister, M.K. Priyabhata, Prince of Manipur. The Manipur State Council, a government of Manipur headed by M.K. Priyabhata as chief minister, was formed under the Manipur State Administration Rules 1947 on the 14th of August 1947, by notification number 1 of the 28th of July 1947, number 779 to 810, c. by order of His Highness the Maharaja has notified that the service of the present Manipuri ministers on the State Council will be terminated with effect from 8 a.m. on the morning of August 14, 1947. Further, that with effect from that time and date, His Highness has been pleased to appoint the following gentlemen as ministers of the state and allot to them the following portfolios: Maharaj Kumar Priyobrata, B.A., to be Chief Minister from the date Major Pearson hands over charge, and to hold the portfolios of Home Department, Hill Administration Department and the Council Office. The British Chief Minister F. Pearson, by virtue of the agreement, handed over and transferred the power to the native Chief Minister of the Manipur State Council to complete the transfer of power on the 14th of August 1947 at 8 a.m. by order of His Highness and by notification number 1 of the 28th of July 1947. His Highness hosted the state Pakangba flag at the Heredity Palace at Kagngla at 8 a.m. on the 14th of August 1947. With the enforcement of the Manipur State Constitution Act 1947 in the state by the agreement made between the British and Manipur sovereigns, Manipur gained independence from the British on the 14th of August 1947 by a bilateral agreement, not a declared one. The Crown Paramountcy was transferred to the native Chief Minister of the Manipur State Council on the 14th of August 1947 by the British Chief Minister F. Pearson. Since then, the power of the Crown Paramountcy is immediately being exercised by the Manipur State Council, the Council, as the state's executive authority. Simultaneously, political agent G.P. Stewart declared paramountcy lapsed over the Manipur state with the presence of His Highness the Maharaja Bodhchandra at the political agent's residence at midnight on the 14th of August 1947. With his declaration, Manipur state restored its lost sovereignty to the Crown on the 15th of August 1947, and the British Reserve in Manipur reverted by order of G.P. Stewart to the state authorities. Further, G.P. Stewart, political agent, became and remained as a Dominion agent in Manipur from the 15th of August 1947 until the 15th of October 1947 for a further arrangement conforming to the 2nd of July 1947 agreement. We, the sovereign people of Manipur, have a constitutional duty to protect, defend and uphold the territorial integrity and sovereignty of the state under the codified Manipur State Constitution Act 1947 and international law. Let us work together for our nation and the future. God save Manipur. Yambam Biren, Chief Minister of Manipur. The JURE government in exile in the UK.